There was Gus, Tony Boland's delectable young daughter. We couldn't find Breaking Glass, believe it or not. RTE haven't got the album yet, even though the picture is on in town. Mind you, I didn't give them much notice. So, seems she wouldn't tell me what singer she liked. I knew it wasn't Sting she liked. I knew it wasn't Gary Newman she liked. So I figured she must like Johnny Linden. So, this is the public image.
We have a record lined up, all right?
Yeah, Public Image there by Public Image. And there was a few people I left out there, like last night. Here I am name dropping again. But who was I with last night? Only the Irish team. So I felt no sympathy at all for Holland. They lost, and they lost badly because Ireland were brilliant last night. Jerry Daly's goal was brilliant. Liam Brady chipped that ball, and in went Lawrence with the head. Bullets. Coming back from 1-0 to 2-0. It shows you, no wonder we're number one in the, we're going to win. We're a good team now, Ireland. So we're playing attacking football again. So, for Holland, I'd like to play Ultravox, Sleepwalk. Midge, who helped us out on the Irish tour there with Sleepwalk. It's a great album, Ultravox. Midge is doing a great job there. And so from here on in, I'm just going to play just sounds that I like, which are ever here. We found the Breaking Glass album, so we'll be playing a track off
A little later on.
that later on for you, Gus. What we're going to play now is the specials thing, nightclub, which is where Terry Woods is spending all his time. But he wishes to send out a message to Marion. He'll be sending a flower around, and he's really sorry, and he won't go nightclubbing anymore.
I just want to say we've about 25 minutes of the show left, and you're listening to RT Radio 2. This is Ken Stewart with Ken and Company. The company tonight is Phil Lynott at Thin Lizzy. He's looking well. He's back in town.
Ken Club again.
No, it's not Ken's Club again. It's a long time since we did
you
that.
on RTE too? Listen, if there's anybody listening that directs shows on this RTE too, put Ken Stewart back on the radio here. He plays decent sounds.
Well, I'm coming back on the first week in October with the Ken Stewart collection. I'm going to play The Farmer. I'm going to play your very first record.
Oh no, hold on. Get Ken Club off get Ken Stewart out the radio immediately.
I'll only play it once, Phil. Okay, The Specialist Nightclub.
There you are. That's all right. That's the sound. This is what we want. Anyway, that was the Specials from Coventry. Pity about the football team. Anyway, I figure, what are we going to play now?
Well, you see, we got a copy of Breaking Glass, didn't we?
Oh,
Ian
okay.
Got a copy of
Yeah.
this.
Okay, well, this is a sort of romantic, slow ballad type thing. It's called If Only. This is for Gus, who shouldn't be up at this time, but she's a young girl, and Tony might said that she stays up and listens to the sounds, and I promised her I'd play this. So this is for our boyfriend, whoever he is. Gus. It's called If Only.
And I think Hazel O'Connor has been listening to Patti Smith.
Oh, listen, there's a couple of Liverpool people and Cambridge people in England listen to this show.
That's right.
So if only Liverpool could play football like Manchester United, plug. There you go. If only.
If only Hazel O'Connor, Breaking Glass.
For Gus Boland. Hey, Donald. Jeez, there's Donald from the Bogey Boys. I get more publicity from the Bogey Boys without ever touching them. That's Jimmy Smith. I don't know. He got barred for wearing an earring going into the Bailey. I didn't get barred for wearing my earring. The Sunday World is a terrible newspaper for printing that type of thing. Anyway, but it's terrible to be barred from anywhere. But I have to play a Van Morrison track, and it's not a heavy one. Sorry, Jimmy. This is for me cousins, I wanted to play the Undertones, my perfect cousins, because I have two perfect cousins that live out in Foxtrot. And
would your granny be listening tonight? No.
I hope not. Jamie, she'll kill me if she hears what I'm saying now. This is one called My Lonely Sad Eyes. It's an old Van Morrison track, but it's one of his best.
Radio 2, this is Ken Stewart with you till 10 to 2, and all his own choice tonight from Phil Lynott. Over to you again, Phil. It is Lynott, isn't it? Not Lynott.
It's Lynott, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. For some reason, a lot of people get annoyed at me calling myself Philip. But the main reason I call myself Philip on the solo album was because my mother was kicking up that everybody was calling me Phil, you know. So I don't mind what you call me as long as it's not a bad name, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going to get on to something like a little heavier. This is my favourite lead guitarist that's alive and well and kicking at the moment. Is a fella called Billy Gibbons. He plays with an American band called ZZ Top. They come from Texas. And this track is like off the last album called Diaglo. And it's the oddest track you've ever heard, because it shows all the things that's great about him. He has a great voice, he plays great guitar, and he thinks up the weirdest and kinkiest arrangements. This is for anybody that ever had trouble with their Momo cars. It's a number called Manic.
That's ZZ Top.
Who was
there
complaining about what? What were they complaining about? Anybody that's been complaining about the sounds, tough.
It's Phil Lynott's choice on the programme tonight. That was
Exactly,
ZZ Top.
Yeah. I mean, you don't ask me on, and I play what the people want.
You play what you want
You
tonight.
get that all day on RTE1, don't you?
It's your choice tonight.
Exactly. I don't want to play anymore now. I'm going home. I feel insulted. Jeez, I sound like that dog. What's the name of that dog that does that? Anyway, what we got? Oh yeah, yeah. You said Hendrix was dead 10 years. Well, Elvis is dead a couple of years as well.
Yeah.
And I know Tommy and the Sound Seller, who likes ZZ Top, was crazy about Elvis Presley. Well, it's well known that I ripped off Elvis Presley with King's Call. So guess what? You're not going to hear King's Call yet, but you'll hear it after this. This is the song I ripped off. It's an Elvis Presley song, which I figure was his best. Are You Lonesome Tonight, for all the lovers.
That's from Solo in Soho. Phil Lynott and King's Call. Phil, thanks very much for coming in. First of all, I want to just set the record straight. Nobody, in fact, was complaining about Phil on the show tonight. And, moreover, this is the last interview on RTE Radio 2 for the rest of the year. Isn't that right?
We're off to Japan in about a week's time. Then we're off to Australia and America. So I doubt whether I'll be back in Ireland unless around the Christmas, you know.
Well, we wish you well on your journey, and thanks very much for coming in.
Great to see you again.
And I'm going to wrap up right now, because RTE Radio 2...